So that was a kind of an interesting point to make, wasn't it, Judd, that we've kind of, OPEC is back in the driver's seat, OPEC Plus, at this point, because it's like Willie Sutton. That's the banks are where the money is. OPEC is where the incremental oil is.
Yes, that's absolutely true. And it's another reflection of bad government policies leading to bad results. One of the great paradigm shifts of the last 15 years had been the fact that the United States was generating so much fossil fuel, oil and gas that we no longer needed to look to the Middle East to drive our energy policies. We looked at ourselves. And now you have this administration, which is essentially taken in a position which is fossil fuels shouldn't be produced in the United States at the level it was being produced. It's done just about everything wrong. It's contracted capital availability to the oil patch. It's limited access to public lands. It's restricted refining capacity. It's restricted transportation capacity. It's basically went to Saudi. The president went to Saudi Arabia with hat in hand because of these policies, which was embarrassing to say the least. It truly is unfortunate that we have frittered away one of the great strengths and economic engines which we had in relationship to the world and specifically to OPEC. And for those of us who went through the oil embargo of the 1970s, we see it as something that just shouldn't have been allowed to occur. We should have encouraged our energy production, recognizing that we're shifting to alternative energy, but recognizing that that shift is going to take a long time and that we need our oil and gas production to be vibrant and strong in this country to give us independence from OPEC.
What the judge just said, do you take issue with, Heidi, or you just would modify it around the edges, or do you disagree completely?
No, I mean, I think we can talk about government policy as it relates to fossil fuels, but, you know, the governor always ignores basic economic principles. OPEC tried very hard to drive shale out, push the price down. Shale became uneconomic. In fact, if you look at, profit margins, it wasn't there for shale at $40 a barrel. But we continued to seek investment and got investment from Wall Street. During the pandemic calibrated all of this. Then we have people saying, look, we're not going to continue to invest if we're going to lose money. And so at $80, shale is going to be profitable. And I think OPEC is playing a game where, they're going to drive prices up because they need higher prices to pay for their infrastructure in their government. It's their only game in town. And so we can debate government policy, but let's put a little basic economic spin on it. Now, when you go to economic or to energy policy, the future is going to belong to the person who wins the race or the country that wins the race on energy transitions. And so we can say we shouldn't have made that level of investment. What have we gotten for it? That's a legitimate question. Your previous clip that you played, Joe, I think that's something that every policymaker ought to take a look at and say, yeah, why is it that we haven't seen this move faster? And to the governor's point, look, there has always been like the world of magical thinking, I think, on the left, that you can flip a switch and transfer this energy economy from fossil fuels to renewables and not have to worry about building infrastructure, which is a huge inhibitor, not have to worry about, paying the bills today. So I think this is a lot more complicated than just not leasing public lands. I think you've got to look at the basic economics, but you also have to think about, how can we make this transition? Because as I said, the future economies are going to depend on a transition away from fossil fuels.
It might be a while, Judd. 2050 we still might, I don't know where, we won't be at 80% fossil fuels, but I would not venture a guess on that we'd be at 20%, I'll tell you that much.
I think you're absolutely right. I mean, so much of our economy depends on energy that's produced from fossil fuels. That cup that you're drinking coffee out of today probably was made from something that had some sort of fossil fuel base to it. The fact is that we are going to need fossil fuels, but the real issue here is that OPEC doesn't like us and never has liked us. Think of the membership of OPEC. You've got Iran, you've got Libya, you got Venezuela, and now you've got the OPEC Plus, which includes Russia. And then you went over and you really antagonized the Saudis. This administration just basically antagonized the Saudis, who were the only people who used to react to us. So the president goes over there and asks for an increase in production. What do? They cut production. But we shouldn't have to rely on OPEC. That's the whole point. I mean, we've got so much energy in this country that we could take advantage of ourselves. And there are a lot of factors, as Heidi has outlined, that affect its production. But the simple fact is that the basic reason the production is being affected is because you've got this elitist green movement, which is attacking energy production in the United States.